message to the mods, I typed it out, ready to go, and apparently it didn't send. So I had to just send it right now. Um, Today I put on these lashes and I probably should have put a more subtle lip with it, but I didn't. So here's the look. Yeah, normally if I'm gonna be doing a real dark lip, I would probably go easier on the eye makeup. It's all right. I don't have to live by a set of rules, but typically I would probably go lighter on the lip if I'm heavier on the eye. Shout out to Andrew, shout out to Milo's Life, shout out to Cody. It is a bold lip indeed. In fact, the lip gloss was darker than the lipstick. The lipstick was kind of burgundy, and this was like almost black. Um, so it's kind of giving like an aura of burgundy, a little halo of burgundy around there. It is what it is. I like a bold lip too. I just think I went too bold with the lashes. I did want to do a little bit darker of a eyeshadow right here, but I did not mean for the lashes to go this crazy. That's all right. I've been through worse. I've been through much worse. How's everybody doing? Thank you. Thank you, Milo. Hi, Allie. How are you doing, Allie? How's everybody doing? I appreciate the apology. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been asked like that, but I appreciate the apology. Shout out to Crow. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you, Sean. I'm doing all right. Big shout out to you. Um, for sure these lashes are making my eyes water. I've been having to dab. It's like I couldn't even get through the look before already wanting to take it off. But I'm gonna try to make the most of it. We're gonna do a little stream here. Then I'm gonna take some pictures and videos, post in the community post, film some shorts, and then I'll come back on here later and we'll do a get unready with me, but we'll do it on Brook After Dark because it is time for Brook After Dark to start getting some streams going. And yes, I do want to do some makeup looks over on that channel, but not all the time. It's not going to be. I'll probably be live streaming 3 or 4 times a week over there. And most of the time it'll be to take off my makeup, but I'll do some makeup maybe 1 or 2 times a week over there. I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Krillin? I will answer you on the other channel, Chef. I don't think it's the proper place to ask me here. I am supposed to go get a reduction. Um, my appointment's in June, but I think I'm just gonna ask him to keep me the same because I did start the blue page and just I'll just stay the way I am, but with a newer, fresher set. And that'll last me until I'm done by far doing the blue page, and then I could get them taken out and just be done with them. But only because I started this blue page am I considering not getting the reduction. Shout out to Post 614. I just got one done, JSS. I had a mammogram with ultrasound. The Doom is here. Hi, Dr. Doom. I remember I went with my friend to the hospital and he was like not gonna make it. And they brought him the pastor or the guy that like comes and says like your final prayer, you know? And they were like, "Would you like to talk with him?" My friend's like, "No, get him out of here." He lived, obviously, stubborn, but, yeah, he's like, "I don't wanna talk to you, I don't know you." Something about the name Doctor Doom just, brought back that memory. It seems kinda like a doom and gloom thing to do, bring somebody to pray for you. Content with partners or solo? I do everything solo for now. The only thing you guys are my partners, more or less, so people who want to donate, donate. People that just wanna watch for free, they can watch for free because this is a free stream. I am not good with editing videos and things like that, and you need to be in order to become a partner or have a brand deal. So I did already do one round of learning to edit, and I'm gonna do one more, and then my daughter's also gonna learn, and then that way she could teach me, for like I won't have to keep paying somebody to come and teach me. She can teach me. I would rather the money go to her. What do you think? Do I check the boxes for a woman? What's a woman to you? Thanks for the offer, 110 Shamir, but I wanted to learn it myself, like, because I always procrastinate when it comes to learning electronics. And the first time I sat down and was trying to learn it, I started crying because I told myself for years and years and years, you can't work with computers. You're not good at computers. One day you'll learn it. One day. Oh, I'll never need computers. Oh, just all over the place with it. And the fact that I sat down and started learning, even if I'm not going to be the one who does most of the editing, to learn it, even though I plan on using someone else to edit, is character development for me for sure. Because the old me wouldn't do anything if I didn't have to do it. Like, I could just pay somebody else to edit, then why do I need to learn? But I want to learn. I now want to learn these things, so I don't have that mentality of, "No, that's gonna be difficult. No, you can't do that. No, no, like, that's gonna be hard. You always have trouble with that." Like, once I learn it, I've learned it, you know? Then that's one less little thing in my head saying that I can't do that. I can't do that. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be boring, that kind of thing. I'd rather be doing something else. But no, I learned it and I was like getting choked up and emotional telling this person who helped me learn to edit, like, this is a huge, huge, huge big deal to me. Um, so yeah, my daughter's actually going to be the editor now. We might have somebody who helps us, like if we get stuck. But the fact that I could pay my daughter and she could just stay home with me and help me and, like it's basically us working together even though she doesn't want to be on camera, but to be behind the scenes, I think it's perfect for us. Thank you. Yes, double tap those screens. Hi, doll. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that. I do not have a pet. I do not. My dog passed away. So I am now living vicariously through Milo's Life 2024. Every time I see your dog, it is bittersweet for me. Like it's always a more positive than negative, but I get this little, like I miss my dog. But it does more good for me than it does, like, bring me any sadness. So, if you are not already following Milo's Life, please do. Milo's Life 2024. It does put a bright spot into my life. And yes, everything that has to do with the dog is always going to remind me of my dog. But I want to be reminded of my dog. You know what I mean? I don't want his memory to just fade away. Yeah, it helps me a lot. Oh, no, it's a mild to medium spicy page. There are no scenes like that. There's no partner, and I'm not having any sex on there. The only thing that is on there is smaller clothes. A lot smaller clothes. Um, I don't even wanna get into it. It's $10. You're gonna see a lot more there than you see here, but you're not gonna see everything. That's why it's $10. Yeah. Yes, yes. That one video of watching him grow up, that in and of itself is bittersweet, you know? Like watching him from a little baby to a big baby. Thank you, King Quattro. I appreciate that. There, you guys can take the advice of somebody who's on the page. I am told it's worth it. The months are just now rolling over, and majority have re-signed back up. Um, I think out of 320, we had 308 sign back up. Thank you, Dylan. Big shout out to Dylan. Hi, John. It's nice to be here with you guys. Let's see where we're at with our subscriber count. I just want to let you guys know I am going to be doing 2 new cosplay looks. One when we get to 137500 here on Babbling Brookie. And then another one when we hit 1,000 on Brook After Dark. And I know I need to start filming over there in order to get to 1,000. I just posted my first short video over there, or maybe it was my second, but I just posted one. Even though normally I don't post them that late, I like to post my short videos before 4 p.m. But Brook After Dark is going to be an After Dark channel, so I think I need to get used to like posting in the evening over there for my short videos. I think it'll work out fine. I could do my day ones for Babbling Brookie in the daytime and my night ones for Brook After Dark. Thank you. Thank you, Elder or Eider. I appreciate you. Hi, Avery. Thank you, Pokey Petey. I appreciate that. I think the eyelashes are a little much today, but you know, it's okay. It's gonna come off in the end of the day. What's the cap clap? Sorry, guys. What's the cap clap? I mean, I know what cat means, but I never heard it said with a clap. Well, thank you, Milo. I appreciate that. I think it just barely works. Like if they were any more bold or the eyeshadow was any darker, I don't think it would have worked. I think it just barely got the cut. You have your skin? I'm happy for you. Yeah, how about let's we just be nice, yeah? Um, on these nighttime streams where it's like I already have my makeup done, that's for me to spend more time with you guys. Normally, I would prefer to do my makeup on camera, and create a look with you guys, asking you, should I do the smaller lashes? Should I do the bigger lashes? But then I don't get to talk to as many people because I'm doing my makeup. So on these streams, this is where you want to catch me and get those questions that you've been wanting to ask me. That's the time to ask me, because if I've got my face in the mirror, I'm probably not going to see the long questions. But on a night like tonight, it's a good night to ask me any of those questions I've been missing, and to start to let yourself be known in this community. This is a really good community. And yesterday when I went to the doctor and they had a new hire there, and she said, "You look really familiar and you sound really familiar. Do you have a YouTube channel?" And she said how much she loved the channel, and that really brought me back to a place I needed to be because I loved hearing that there's people that love the channel, and it's bigger than me. You know what I mean? It's all the people that know each other on this page. When you guys come in and you say hello to the mods and you say hello to each other, and we get each other through difficult times or congratulate each other when you guys get a new job and things like that. It That's the main reason of this channel. It's not the makeup, it's not me. I'm just like the girl who opens the door. That's it. Well, thank you, 110. TGIF, that's right. How are you doing? Is it Nicola? Please don't ask my mods how old they are or anyone else on this channel. It's for protection. I don't want the children putting their age on here, and I'm not saying my mods are kids. But when the older people put their age, then the kids put their age, and then the dangerous people know who the kids are, and it's tough to keep them protected. So I just ask that you guys don't put your age. If you want to be removed, like permanently from this channel, then I would say disrespect that little boundary. It's to keep children safe, and if you don't care about that, then you're not welcome here. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. The lipstick I got at this is the wrong one. Hello? Okay, here's the lipstick that I'm wearing. It is the Revlon Color Stay, and it is pretty black. It's like a black purple burgundy. Like that thing is dark. It looks a little lighter because I used a burgundy lip liner, which I'm trying to find for you, but I cannot find it. But I believe it's the, oh, here it is. This is the Color Stay by Revlon as well, is it? Maybelline. I'm so sorry, Maybelline. And the Revlon. These two together. This should be darker. It should honestly be a black or like a super dark this color. Um, I didn't remember this being as dark as it was, but it worked out. It worked out. Thank you. And that's the combo. Thank you, Milo. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tyrone. How are you doing? The look today, if you guys want to see my outfit, just forgive the little mess in my room. Every time I wear a dark lipstick like this and my hair down, I feel like Drew Barrymore in that Never Been Kissed movie. Although I've been kissed. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. The theme, there's no real theme. It's just I'm leaning into a new style. I'm trying to do more gothic, flowy, seductress, not too over the top, but just a little more style. Like before I wore these tank tops, right? But I would wear them with like my pajama shorts or with some sweats, or sometimes jeans. Just changing the skirt makes a big difference. It's still the tank top, but it gives it more style, in my opinion. Well, thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. Yeah, I want to do it in an authentic way. I've always wanted to embrace a darker side, but I've made a mistake when I first started ordering stuff. I started buying things I thought were cute, but they weren't necessarily me. You know what I mean? So that's going to happen when you're trying to find your new style. Some things are just going to be like, you might like it on other people, but maybe not on you. So I returned a lot of it and I got stuff that I can wear with stuff I already own, like this black skirt. I could grab any one of my shirts and wear it with this black skirt. That's the reason why I only got a couple dresses, because once you wear a dress, that's pretty much it. Then you can't wear it for a while. But with this skirt, I could wear it a couple times a week if I just change the color of the shirt. Latex catsuit. Can I tell you how difficult a latex outfit is to paint on? I was Mystique before, you guys, for Halloween, and I took blue lace and I just dipped it in the blue paint and I like put it over my and I put it on the places where she had scales, and it looked fantastic. And then I got nervous because where we were going, I didn't know the ladies there. I only knew the one guy. It was my boyfriend at the time's friend he worked with. And I was like, oh my gosh, are the girls gonna be like, I'm nude, like, is this gonna be an issue? And they're like, oh, don't even worry about it. But I got anxiety walking up to the party, and then sure enough, the girls loved it. They were like, oh, and they were like taking pictures, like touching my, but it was so difficult to get in and out of, and you have to give yourself some breathing room. Like, you should not paint your armpits. You have to have some breathing room, and like here, it'll want to stick. So you have to make sure you're not painting certain parts. Thank you, somebody. Oh God, it was a nightmare. And I had run out of my deodorant, so I used my boyfriend's deodorant, which did not really work well with my pH. And latex paint makes you stink. So I was that stinky girl at the party. I know I was. I was like, freaking stink. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, I don't know if it would have been better for me to not use any deodorant or to use his, that like it seemed to have triggered my pH the wrong way. But it's probably just because my skin couldn't breathe. Like, I had no like openings for me to get air at all. And then my boots were Uggs. I had Ugg boots on. So it was hot. Yeah, it was really nice. So my boyfriend went as Wolverine, and he grew out his hair right there, and like Wolverine and Mystique, it was epic because we used to watch a lot of Marvel. And let me just toot that's gonna sound so bad. I was gonna say let me toot his horn. Okay, this boyfriend, you guys, this was when I was started getting paralyzed. And at first he was like having an issue with it. Like, are you always gonna walk like this? And it's just because he got frustrated, like, it doesn't make it okay, because he did snap at me, like, "Are you always gonna have trouble walking?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but are you always gonna have problems with the fact that I do?" Well, after that, he started treating me like a superhero, you guys. Like, he would help me get my clothes on, and he would say, "Come on, Supergirl, we gotta save the world." And he's like, "Let's put your cape on." And it really helped, like, it really made me feel more like a superhero than a disabled woman, and words have a lot of power. I just want to say that much because I was going through something like as if I couldn't even take care of basic needs for myself, let alone help save the world. But he put it in my head that like, come on, we've got to go save the world, and really was nice. Yeah, it was really nice. He's still a really good friend of mine, and Yeah, we've got a little thing. I don't want to give our nicknames away, but like it has to do with like the superhero things. Dominatrix look. Yeah, I will probably have some dominatrix looks coming for you guys. I already have I've worn one of them. I have like a patent leather one. But all of that is more for the blue page. Like this on here on YouTube, I'm just going to be wearing stuff that I would wear. Like normally, I would wear this. Just advice to a woman wanting a new relationship. Honestly, take your time and become the partner that you want your partner to be attracted to. You know what I mean? Like if you want a man who's a good communicator, be you're going to have to get good at communicating so you can recognize it. You know what I mean? You're going to have to work on your part of it so that when it comes around, you're an equal partner for that person. You can't just wish it for yourself and not create it for yourself. You know what I mean? You have to put in the work. Um, and if you want to stop repeating certain cycles, you have to look and see, am I the one making these cycles continue? Like, what am I doing that's creating this pattern? That is my best advice is to just really take the time you need. Even if you need 10 years, take 10 years. It is better than getting in a relationship too soon and hurting yourself and hurting other people. Yes, all relationships will hurt you, but I mean the unnecessary hurt. I would say don't do that to yourself or anyone else. If you know you're not going to be faithful and this person has already gone through trauma over that, don't do it thinking you're going to get away with it. Like really put the other person's needs like it- let that matter and find somebody else who's okay with you being casual. You know what I mean? Like if you care enough about that person, then care enough to let them go. If you're gonna cheat, just stay single. Yeah, for sure. Um, I just made a short. Thank you, Jason. Woo, 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 woo. I just made a short for Brook After Dark, and I'm gonna be doing a stream over there tonight. I have to take some pictures, make some short videos, make some videos for the blue page, and then I'll come back on here and we'll take off my makeup and we'll do some skincare together. And eventually I will have a schedule. It might not be like put in stone, but it's going to be close enough that you guys will know like, oh, if Brooke's not filming tonight, she's filming tomorrow. Like it's going to be a pretty much every other day thing except for the sleep stream. If that takes off, I'll do that every night. I don't mind doing the sleep stream every night, but I'm not going to be doing regular streams every day. It's going to be a part-time channel. This is my full-time channel. Brook After Dark is more a little grown up, a little darker. You know, we'll talk about things that wouldn't normally talk about on this channel. And it's gonna be really me coming into myself, like who am I now that my kids are raised? Who do I want to be now? You know what I mean? Of course I still want to be myself, but it's okay to elevate yourself and get a new style and new hobbies and things like that. And so I'm looking forward to doing all that with you guys, sharing it with you, sharing my health journey, my style journey, all of this stuff that we're doing on Brook After Dark. You guys are really encouraging me to do it, especially when you ask, like, when are you going to be doing it? When are you going to be filming? Me knowing that you guys like that channel, it's a good pressure for me. It's a good, like, I have to film it. But I want to film, so this is a new exciting chapter for us. They said I sound like an owl. I probably do. Hi, Wednesday. Be your wife? Thank you, but I'm not interested. And not because it's you, except for the fact that you're a person. I'm not looking for a person right now. Thank you, 110. I appreciate that. I have in so many ways I don't have a lot of freedoms. So I really want to embrace the ways that I do. And sometimes something is just as simple as what am I going to put on today? Where before that stuff didn't matter to me, but I want it to matter because when you look good, you feel good. And I want to say that I'm important to myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be obsessed with it. I don't want to spend $1 million on clothes and stuff like that. I want a capsulized wardrobe, which you get more bang for your buck and you're not having to spend too much money or take up too much space. Um, did I miss a donation? Hi, Callie Spider-Man. Shout out to Callie Spider-Man. Thank you, Weed Man. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. I just saw my doctor yesterday who is supposed to do the PRP. I was really confused because he said, I'm the guy that's going to be doing that. And I'm like, um, I don't have a problem with that, but as far as I knew, there's only one PRP guy at that office. And I saw him for my hip. So I'm like, because last month they were saying there's only one doctor that can do it. And I was like, yeah, I've already had him do my hip before. But yesterday, this doctor tells me, yeah, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. I'm married to the chat at the moment. Yeah, I suppose I am. It is a relationship. I do have to take time for myself to be healthy so I could come back and be a good partner to you guys and not a raging bitch. Because that happens. I do have those days where I'm not at my best. 10 more likes, you guys. 10 more likes. 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 Whoop, whoop. The lip combo is Maybelline Color Sensational. This one. I'm trying to look for the color. I'm sorry, honey. It's 160 Rich Wine. This is the only wine that touches my lips anymore. Unless I'm whining and complaining. Okay, and then this Revlon, it's like a dark cherry. I just wiped it off my arm. This is definitely lighter than this one is. Ooh, hello. This is a lot darker. But I did just order more pencils, more lip liner pencils, more lipsticks, so we can vamp this up even more. I'm liking it. I'm liking the vampy vibes. There's another shirt, vampy vibes. You're welcome. A 360. I did get up and show you guys the outfit, but I don't know about a 360. It's gonna be me. Do you have a red that's dark still? I do. I have like classic reds, orange reds, dark reds, like blue reds. Um, but I've ordered a bunch more, so I'm excited to get into these new looks. And I want to do a short video where I do like a different kind of each different kind of goth look. Um, I think there were like 8, so I think I want to do 8 different ones. Of course, some of them are not really for me at all, but I'm still going to do it for the art. Thank you, Wyatt. Shout out to Wyatt. I appreciate you. Hi, Steven. Shout out to Steven. I'm doing all right. How are you? Thank you, Artist Pain. You're right about that. I'm doing okay, Ricardo. How are you? Shout out to Ricardo. Shout out to Big Frank. Shout out to Patricia. Oh, yes. I'm only going to be going live on the Blue Page once a week, and I think it'll be weekends because most people work during the week. Most people. I know not all people. And I'll find a time that works best because there's all different time zones. Maybe I'll do, like a day one for Saturday, a night one for Sunday, or the opposite, so that like majority of the people can get a chance to be on there. If I just do one day a week and they miss it, it's gonna feel like, man, I'm never gonna see her. So if I just do it on the weekends, one maybe a late morning or early afternoon, and the other one um late afternoon, early evening, something like that, so that more people get a chance to be on there. No, I'm not married. It is 6:58. It is definitely Brook After Dark hours, but here we are. We're on Babbling Brookie, and that's okay. I am gonna come back and we're gonna do a Brook After Dark stream. I'm gonna get unready, but not just yet because I do still have to take some videos for the Blue Page. Um, some pictures. I post the pictures on the wall, on the profile. But any videos that people want to buy, all they have to do is send me a DM, and then I do my best to work with their budget and their preferences and things like that. But yeah, for sure we're gonna do a stream tonight on Brook After Dark. It is definitely needed. And like I was saying yesterday, I'm gonna get a pattern going. I'm gonna get a new routine going. I was just getting back to feeling better and decided to create these new channels. So I'm still picking up from falling off, like with my hematoma, then my neck, then my braces thing, and then down for 2 weeks after going to too many appointments in one day. But I'm finally back to feeling a lot better. Like, did I hurt today? Yes, because I had to drive across town yesterday. I had to sit in the waiting room. I had to get some injections, get some traction, and then drive all the way home. So, yeah, I'm hurting today, but we're making progress. Like, without going to that appointment, I'd be worse, and I wouldn't have my next plan in place, which is the PRP. So it's definitely getting me where I need to go, but I always hurt the day after I go to the appointment. But for sure, we will be creating a schedule. So it might look like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, something like that. And then maybe the next week it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. It's just not going to be like, okay, so if you look for me and I'm not on, I'll be on the next day. It'll be like that. It's gonna be pretty easy. I guess the only one to expect every day is the sleep stream, but other than that, every other day. And I can always post in the community post to let you guys know it's not gonna be today. I know you were expecting me today, but I'll be on tomorrow. I could do that kind of stuff just to keep you guys slightly more informed. And I am going to do my best. I'm going to do my best to make this a fun channel and bring the fun back to this one as well. This has been so fun, and somewhere along the way I guess when I hurt my leg and moved, I did not see it going that way. I thought this move was going to make everything better, and then I got crippled, and bills were getting tight, and I couldn't afford one more downtime. So that was it. Every dollar I had to live off of was gone. So now I'm taking the stress off of myself and just gonna have fun. When the YouTube was my only income, it started getting scary there, and you can't work, but you need to. I was like, "Ah, nah." But now I could just relax and have a good time again. And I think that's gonna be tangible. Like, I think you guys will have more fun if I'm having more fun. I won't be like, "Oh my God, I've been here an hour. I've only got 10 subscribers." I don't want to worry about that. I don't. That's not how I started, and that's not how I want to finish on here. I want to be fun and a bright light, and that's what I hope is coming back. I had a dog. My dog passed away. Hi, Shannon Way, or Shannon Way. Starlight Teen Titan things. Um, I feel like I'm doing the same now that my kids are raised. I do live with one of my kids, um, but we're like roommate family. You know what I mean? I look like I'm possessed. Well, why would you piss off someone who's possessed? Not very smart, are you? I think it's weird to go around telling people that they look possessed. Like, be nice. Be nice. Because it's one of two things. Either I am possessed, so you should really be nice. Or I'm not, and you're just being a douche just to be a douche, and you should just be nice. My day was good. What about yours, Levi? Yeah, be nice. Be nice. Of course I support Therians. Um, it really doesn't matter what people do as long as whoa, hello. My eyelash almost popped off. Nobody told me. Um, as long as people are having fun, enjoying their life, and they're not hurting other people, I don't care what they do. And in fact, I think some of those videos are so beautiful, like when they're, jumping and it gets all nostalgic and slows down and you see the sun. I think they're beautiful videos, and it's hard to argue with the fact that they're just having a good time and trying to be free. That's it. Is it? Is it raining cats and dogs? Thank you, 110. Yeah, we have a fantastic relationship. I mean, seriously, just great relationship. I didn't have that with my mom, so um for sure this it's like a huge, huge deal to me that we broke that cycle. It wasn't just me, but of course, it takes two. I could have been a great mom to her and she could still have gone her own way. Um, but odds are better if the groundwork is there, odds are better in your favor that you're going to have a good relationship. And we do. So thank you. Sam hasn't been coming in. I'm not sure if Sam's going to be coming back, but we love Sam. So there's no hard feelings here. It's just Sometimes people are meant to be here for a season and or a reason. Yeah, definitely had to break that cycle, and I'm thrilled. I think it's one of the most important things that I've done is um made children with beautiful characters. They're great people. I would rather my kids be like trustworthy and decent and kind than be rich, you know what I mean? Do I want them to be comfortable? Yes. But I think being a good person is the most important thing. Well, thank you, Jesse. I'm not looking to get married, but thank you. I'm dreaming? For what? Hi, Shaden. Hey, Maddox. Because of me. Well, thank you, Chucky Callie, for sharing that. Um, I'm glad that you chose to get sober for yourself. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Now I have another sober buddy. Hi, Maddox lover. Shout out to Jesse. The earrings, they are upside down flowers. They're very these are the ones that I wore when I did the Mad Hatter because the Mad Hatter things were upside down, reversed, backwards. So I did the Mad Hatter with these on. I loved the Mad Hatter makeup. I loved it. It was my favorite costume for sure. I can't believe I even forgot that because people were asking me what was your favorite costume, and I was like, Cruella, Lara Croft. No, it was absolutely hands down the Mad Hatter. Every little piece of everything that I bought, I didn't just do the cosplay, I did an entire scene. I did 5 characters. I did 2 Cheshire Cats. One was steampunk, one was the pink and purple one. I did the White Rabbit. I did the Mad Hatter. I did the Queen of Hearts, and I did Alice. So we went all out. We had an inside picnic, with lanterns and velvet and old rugs, and I went and I found some chairs and stacked up some books, and it was lovely. It was my favorite one, hands down. It was for 100,000 subscribers, and normally I just do one cosplay, but since it was for the 100,000, I wanted to do something big, and if I was going to create a set, I wanted it to be something that all of the characters could use, and so we kept that set up for a couple months. Nice, Dynamite. Nice. Bruh, you're here like every day, not even cute. Damn. Well, that would mean you're here every day too, right? How would you know I'm here every day unless you're here every day? And if you don't find me cute, why you keep coming back? Why you coming back? Good for you if you troll. I don't care if you troll. I want you to have a good time here. Um, just don't be rude to other people. I mean, I know that's kind of how trolling works, but just leave the chat alone. You could come for me if you want. Just know I'll probably come back for you. I'll either ignore you or I'll come back for you. And I think ignoring people hurts them more. So it just depends what I feel like doing. Yeah, I don't care. Sending you love. My day's going all right. What about yours, you Stolio? Hi, Christopher. Hi, Denim. Thanks, Buzz. Thank you, Eustolio. Shout out to you. Thank you, Zook. Big shout out to Zook. Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Ted. I love Thor, by the way. Thank you, Kaylee. How are you doing, Kaylee? Thank you, Jesse. Shout out to Jesse. Nice, Christopher. What is this? This is a stream with a lot of positive people. Some people that just like to troll, hate, whatever, but that's okay. We still love them. And we have a great community here. Sometimes I do my makeup on stream. Sometimes I take my makeup off on stream. Sometimes I'm just sitting here answering questions. Um, it's the channel's really about making the rest of our lives the best of our lives together. Even if we have to mostly, do it ourselves, like, but we're doing it together because we're leaning on each other. But yeah, nobody's gonna like knock on the door to, take care of your business for you. But there's gonna be people here to say, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. It's a nice community. So you're in a good place. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate that. Shout out to Victor. Hi, Jesse. You know what? I will wear one for you, Buzzed. I will put on a flowy gown. I have one actually, but when they sewed it, they made like one breast like real small like this and the other one real big, and it made me look like I had one big giant boob and one small boob. I had to send it back, but it was a nice, beautiful, flowy dress, and it had like these arm dangle things, and it was so beautiful. I felt really pretty in it. It was for the Queen of Hearts. No, not Queen of Hearts, Queen of Dragons. Hello. Yeah. I do actually have that. Thank you, Jesse. Shout out to Jesse and Nicholas. Or Nicola. Is it Nicola or Nicholas? Give me 1 second. Let me show you this dress because it's stunning. She's got dumps like a truck. That's like what? I've been having to save a lot more pictures on my phone since I started that other, you know what? Give me a sec. Where are you? Oh, it must be in a different section. No wonder. She's got dumps like a truck. Where are you? Oh, I found the Mad Hatter. Let me show you the Mad Hatter because this was my favorite. Hold on. I loved her. I loved this one. I loved the undercut corset. And then we did the whole party, like, see how everything was like, isn't that nice? It was a really good one. I had a lot of fun with that one. But I did want to show you that gown. It should be coming up right now. The Princess Lana one got me. Did I say Princess Lana? That one got me in a lot of trouble. Okay, here's the dress. As you can see, one's like got a smaller thing and one's got a larger one, but I thought it was very pretty. These aren't the pictures I wanted to show you, but it was nice. I like the ones where it's like flowing, and I went to the park in that dress, and got some really good pictures. But for sure, this one where it did the like the arm thingy. There were some that came out better. but this is what I got on my phone. But for sure, Sam got some good ones too. I just need to find those ones. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I have another dress of hers. I just wasn't sure I wanted to do another dress that kind of looked like her. I feel like if I'm gonna do the Queen of Dragons again, I have to do that black leather outfit. I don't want to put on another dress that's like, oh, is she? Is she? Is she? I want you guys to know who I am when I put it on, you know? So I think you will. I don't know how many of you could tell that was the Queen of Dragons, the Daenerys, however you say her name. Like, I am not that familiar with the character, but I mean, I had the little necklace and stuff like that, so I would give it an okay grade, but not great. Don't be rude to people, Shepherd. We have to have tolerance for each other. If you don't like the chat, you can leave. Like, it's a really nice, positive place to hang out. And the people in here are really nice and will care about you. So if you want somewhere for people to care about you, this is a place for that. But please don't be rude to people who you don't like. You just learn to tolerate them and ignore them. My day's been great. What about yours, Manny? Thanks, Chucky. Yes, everybody here is really cool. There's there's some new people here that are figuring it out that yes, we're cool and uh it's a good place to be. I'm glad you had a good day. Any wisdom that you were dumped by your situationship? Um, use it as a springboard. Use it as a springboard. You're going to feel lower for a moment, but let it elevate you to higher heights. If you can use this situation to make it better for you, then winning. Use it as a springboard. I am single, yes. Please leave people alone in the chat. I already asked you that. Just ignore them. You're not a moderator. I'd appreciate it if you could just ignore the people whose comments you don't like. Cause you're coming in here like you're the wrecking ball, you're the crew, and you're gonna tell everyone where to stand and what to say and when to shut up. Like, don't do that here. Don't do that. You're not the boss. Don't do that. Let's all get along, okay? We don't tell people here to shut up. We don't tell them to be quiet. We don't tell them to stop. We just ignore them. Happy Friday to you too, Andrew. Dinner was good. Pinky Pixie, thank you. Unfortunately, we were trying to order groceries so that my daughter could make chicken. And they said that the groceries couldn't arrive until this morning, which was really odd because there was plenty of time for them to deliver it. So, what we did instead is we got the groceries to be delivered for this morning and we just delivered some DoorDash, some chicken. Chicken and veggies. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. I appreciate you. Yes, let's get those likes up to 150. Woo, 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 woo. 150, 150, 150, 150. It's all right. There's worse things that happen in life. We got fed, you know? So it was nice. No, I'm not from Texas. Why? Because everything's bigger there? We can take some photos. Yeah. Let's do it. We're taking some pictures. It looks like I got some lipstick on me. Sorry, let me make sure my nose isn't running while I'm taking pictures. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jacob. I do have that Emiliano. Link is in the bio. However, Milo is also putting it in the chat. So if you see a little pepper, a little spicy pepper link, there it is right there. Yeah, normally Milo puts that one, but Cody just put it in there too. If the link is not working for some reason, just go ahead and use the name from here, Babbling Brookie, or the at Babbling Brookie. Both are the same names from there as they are here. So if the link doesn't work, you can always use my names. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. I don't have anybody in my videos. It is a mild to medium spicy. It is not meant to be the end all be all portal to everything. Yeah, it's not that. It's a place where you guys can see more. You guys have been asking me for over a year to see more. And now you can see more. And of course, you guys are going to ask to see more and more and more and more. But I have to have some boundaries. I have to have some things that are just for me. I have to be able to be comfortable and have fun over there. Because one thing about me, if I'm not having fun, I'm not going to do it. I don't care how much money I can make. If I'm not enjoying it, I don't want to do it. I'd rather make 500 within my boundaries than 5,000 out of them. It's just how I am. Thank you, Davina. I appreciate you. I would do body paint within reason. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. This is going to be helping me get healthier. It's already helping me get healthier. Just the fact that I was able to tell my doctor, okay, I want to do the PRP. Like before, I couldn't even mention that because not only could I not afford it, I couldn't afford the downtime. It could take me a year to recover from this procedure. And that's a year of bills, you know? So, and I need a few procedures. Thank you, Manny. I can't eat fruit off my body, really. You know, you can, everybody's welcome here. Everyone's welcome here of all religions. I just ask you guys to not have those conversations on here because it turns into arguments. And that's the last thing we should be arguing about. So I just want people not to feel like they can't have their religion here, but keep it private to you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to shove it down other people's throats and create an argument or a place for us to divide ourselves again. We get divided everywhere we go. Everything is a, are you one of them? Are you them? Do you believe in this? Did you vote for that? Like, what? Can we just be human beings here? Can we just be human beings? One place where we don't talk about that kind of stuff. Just one. Can we have one nice thing? I have 3 adult children. Please don't call anybody else out of pocket. Don't do that. Don't attack anybody in my chat. That's a good way to get kicked off. I put up with a lot of you guys talking crap to me. That's fine. But if you're gonna talk crap on the people in the chats, you're gonna be kicked out. Do I love being talked crap about? No, but I'm the streamer, so I sign up for that. The people in the chat should feel safe. They should be able to say what they want to say without being told that they're out of pocket, or someone telling them to shut up, or calling them a simp, or it's don't do that. You're not a mod on my channel, and you'll never be a mod on my channel talking to people like that. Never. Thank you, Pink Pixie. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you. All I could do is my best to make people feel safe. I can't control it. I can only do my best. So it's up to you to do your part. It's up for me to do my part. It's up for everybody to do their part. I can't do all parts. I can only do what I can do, and just know that my efforts are to make sure everybody feels safe here. But that doesn't mean I can guarantee it. Yeah, I know you probably don't care, but I care. I can't let one person start insulting other people and then say something to someone else when they do it. I have to hold an even playing field. So even though you don't mind it, I mind it. So I have to say something. Where am I at? I'm in my bedroom, sitting on my bed. Thank you, Victor. Big shout out to Victor. We need 7 more likes, guys. 7 more likes, 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 7 more likes. It is 7:23, 7:29, I'm sorry. I did not see the new Mortal Kombat movie, but guess what, you guys? I am going to a movie theater. I am going to see The Devil Wears Prada. I'm going to. Is it gonna hurt? Yes. Am I gonna be able to get up? They have these recliners, so I can actually lay back. That's the only way I can go. Like if it just leans back a little, it won't help. But if it leans back almost flat, then I have no problem. Um, like it'll still hurt, but not as much. So I should be fine as long as I get ahead of time, get those tickets, make sure we have the ones that fold all the way open. Thank you. Thank you, Simpin' Ain't Easy. Big shout out to you. Woo, 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 woo. Super shout out. 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 Super shout out to 110 Shamir. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. The Devil Wears Nada. Ooh. I like. That's not a bad one. Fart in the mic? No thanks. Catch me in a sleep stream, because if I accidentally forget to turn off that mute button, it's gonna sound like the 4th of July in here. Yeah, I do not plan on leaving the mute button off. I used to leave it like to where you guys could hear me snore, hear me talk in my sleep, hear me pass gas. Because it was kind of like comedy, like what is she gonna do? Is she gonna snore? Is she gonna giggle? Is she gonna make it was half of the fun. I don't mind if people laugh at me, like for things like that. Like it's just so silly. And there's enough negativity in the world that like if you could giggle at me because I'm snoring or whatever, then no big deal. Um, but I don't think I'm gonna be having the speaker on this time. I think we're just gonna turn it off, leave it more tranquil. Um I'll make a suggestion of music that you guys can listen to while you're watching the stream. And we'll do it that way. Hi, Benjamin. Marvel girl, for sure. You know, I haven't done a sleep stream in a long time, Jay, which means you haven't seen me in a while. Um, I did get injured, and so I was gone for almost 5 months. Like, I would show up a little bit here and there just to like try to keep the channel alive, but yeah, I haven't been around, and now I'm trying to get this schedule back and add a new channel and add a new IG and get consistent with the TikTok. And I started the blue page. So I'm not only trying to keep up with my normal schedule, I'm trying to create a new schedule for 5 different places. The TikTok, the new the new IG, the old IG, the new channel, the regular channel, and the blue page. 6 things. I was already working on the IG, and I was working on this channel. I was hardly at all working on the TikTok. I just really wasn't working on that at all. But and that's probably my least high priority. So it probably goes these 2 channels here, the blue channel, the IGs, and then the TikTok. I am all over. Spanish what? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ryan. What's attentive? Thank you, Bobby. Big shout out to Bobby. Necesito estudiar más, Jose, porque puedo hablar mucho, pero no todo. I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Sarah? I do makeup tutorials. I'm gonna start making videos. Um, that way people that like watching the makeup can watch just the makeup without having to watch a whole stream. It'll take less long for me to do my makeup if I do it on the camera. I'm going to be doing some vlog style stuff. I'm going to be doing meal planning, meal prepping, how I work out as a disabled woman, um, trying to go out and do things as a disabled woman instead of saying no, finding things that work for me. Even if that means I go out for a shorter amount of time, where some people would go out for 3 hours. I might only be able to go out for 45 minutes, but that's better than not going out, you know? I just have to call it before it gets too late. And then I injure myself, and then I tell myself, see, this is why I don't go out, because I don't want to end up injured. But I also have to live, so I have to like find that right amount of injured to where I'm willing to do it again and not regret going out. Like going to a restaurant, not my fave, you know? I would rather go to a movie where I can lean back the recliner, get up and stand up if I need to stand up, move from side to side, and go walk to the bathroom, come back, like just get my tailbone a little stretch. But I can play pool, so I'm gonna try doing that. I just went to my first standing gambling thing last Thursday. Not this Thursday, but the one before. And I didn't hurt myself. You know, I went for an hour and I gambled a little and I went home and I felt like a human being. And I've been going to the gym. The gym has been really nice. My daughter and I are gonna go get our nails done and play pool or go to the movies. It just depends. but that's what we're doing for Mother's Day. We were also invited to go have sushi as well, but like I said, the restaurants just aren't ideal for me. So that's a maybe. I've said maybe to that. Have I ever laughed so hard I saw dots? I believe so. Hi, Tristan. Hi, Daniel. Yeah, I can't wait. I don't know if that movie's out yet. Um, she already saw the Michael Jackson one, and I don't care to go to see movies with people who have already seen it because even when they don't try to do it, they do this thing. They go like this. Just making sure you're watching. Wasn't that funny? Wasn't that funny? And it takes some of the excitement out because now I know that this part is coming because you're going. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me, even though they're not telling me, they're telling me that something's coming. I don't want to know. So, yeah, it's a big hard no for me. I do not go to the movies if somebody has already seen the movie. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. Thank you. I have been asked to go down some stairs in just a t-shirt. I don't do very well with stairs, so I'm gonna have to get creative. I do have a little treadmill here at home, so I can smoke what? I don't smoke. The only thing that I do is like a medicinal gummy or like THC, not CBD, like oils. And then I have some gummies that do have some THC in it. But I don't smoke. Does it have THC in it? Yes, but I don't smoke anymore because it'll be too expensive for me. Once I start smoking, I'm now smoking to smoke. I'm not just smoking for it to be medicinal. I enjoy smoking once I start smoking. So I have to keep it kind of like a gummy is a medicine pill kind of thing, and then leave it at that. Like I can't go, ooh, another one would be nice. No, it's not to make it fun, it's to make it less pain. So if I'm in less pain, mission accomplished. I don't need to have more fun, which that's how addiction works. If one feels good, two feels better, that's how I always was. If 6 beers is good, seven is great. Um, so yeah, I don't do well with smoking. But yeah, so far so good with the gummies. I am not in Alaska. I do like school, yes. I have a bone disease and a brain condition. Yes and no, Shannon. If you have chronic pain every day and you take it at night, like it's gonna help your night. You know what I mean? Or if you wake up with pain every single day and you take one that like you can function on during the day and then you take the one at night, then that's that. Like, is it going to be like immediate within, you know, minutes? No, but like if you're living with chronic pain every single day and you're always hurting, then you know it's coming. You just take it twice a day. And I do have the sublingual CBD that goes under the tongue, which is quicker. Does my back hurt? My back is actually the healthiest part of me. My tailbone, which your tailbone is part of your back, but my tailbone's jacked up. My neck's jacked up. All the bones are jacked up. Shout out to Oh, Susanna. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank you, oh, Susanna. Um, the tailbone, okay, the neck is facing the wrong way. The curve faces the wrong way, and so part of my brain is out of the skull. They don't know whether the brain condition caused the neck or the neck caused the brain condition because it could be either way. All they know is my neck, instead of it being curved like that, it's curved like this. The discs are all deteriorated, bulging, uh, not where they're supposed to be. I have stenosis, the narrowing, the hypertrophy and arthritis. So same thing, like all my bones are arthritic, all my joints are arthritic, but the neck and the tailbone are the worst. Those are the worst. I mean, you have to turn your neck to look at things, which causes me pain. You have to sit on your tailbone for most things, which causes me pain. So I try not to sit too long. Once I sit too long, that's it. There's nothing else I could do for my day except lay down. So I do my best to not sit too long, and that way I can have another semi-productive day the following day. Bye, Ryan. Nice having you here. I'm a laundry list of problems. Aren't we all though? Like, we're all a laundry list of problems, but I'm also a laundry list of solutions because I don't take no for an answer when it comes to my health. Like when they told me there was nothing they could do for me and that I had MS and that I was going to struggle to walk the rest of my life, I said, prove it. And they were like, what? And I said, give me the lumbar puncture, give me the MRIs, and prove it to me that I have MS. I didn't have MS. And if I would have listened to him, I would have thought I had an incurable disease and I would have been treating it with the wrong medication and wrong plan. So I do think it's okay to have problems as long as you're not the kind of person that is finding a problem for every solution and you're somebody who finds a solution for every problem. Bullshit what? What part of that what part of that is bullshit to you? Because first of all, I don't have anything I have to prove to somebody who isn't going to believe me even with the proof. Why would I go out of my way to prove myself to someone who's rude to me and laughing at my disabilities? I wouldn't. So moving on. Yeah, honestly, if they don't know what it is, Buzz Turtle Man, they can't help you, right? And if they're the wrong doctor for you, they can't help you, you know? This doctor also misdiagnosed my dad. They told him he had MS and he had ALS, which is a big difference. And so when they told me I had MS, I thought about my dad's situation. So I said I wanted proof because I didn't know if I had ALS. Thank goodness I didn't. Um, and thank goodness it wasn't MS, but I have my own issues and I'm working on them. So I should be less disabled by this time next year. My life should look dramatically different. Thank you, Pinky. Thank you, Benny. I'm sorry to hear that, Diablo. Hopefully, you keep looking for the answers. There's, of course, there's always this tricky line of like reality and accepting that you are sick, but also um looking that there might be something out there that could add a year or add 2 years or make those years more comfortable If if you can find anything that adds an extra day or makes your days more comfortable, then I consider that a success. It's not always about adding 40 more years. Sometimes it's just making the last 4 comfortable, you know? So that you could have a quality last 4 years. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. I appreciate you. To me, Nina, are you asking if it happened at my birth? The bone disease I wasn't aware of it until I was like a teenager. And at first I just thought maybe I had like an issue in one area. But every time I went to go have new x-rays, I was having arthritis all over my body and bone erosion and fluid in my bone marrow and stuff like that. So it kind of came out over a matter of years for the bone disease one. But they don't know about the brain one. They don't know. A lot of people are born with Chiari. So it's possible that the Chiari caused the neck issue, but it's also possible that the issue caused the Chiari. So they just don't know because I had to push for them to do the MRI. And they were like, oh, you probably don't need it, and I'm like, I feel like I'm going to have an aneurysm. Like, I'd rather have peace of mind than pieces of mind, if you know what I mean? Like, it's not coming out of their pocket. I don't get why they don't care. But they did it. They did the brain MRI, and then I expected them to say, see, you didn't need it. But instead, they said, oh, well, you've got this little thing called Chiari. And I'm like, oh, well, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. Oh, whoa. Yeah, that ought to do it, Buzz Turtle Man. I've had so many MRIs at this point. I'm no longer scared of needles or MRIs. Am I scared of pain? Yes. Um, it's probably one of the only things I'm still afraid of. Because I have enough pain, I don't want more. And I know there's going to be days where there's more and days where there's less, but I don't want any new conditions or more suffering. Like on if we're talking about getting on an airplane and like some people are afraid to fly, I think most of them are afraid to die. You know what I mean? But for me, I'm not afraid of the dying. I'm afraid of living with paralysis again. You know what I mean? Or burns all over my body or those kind of things which I try not to live my life in fear. But yeah, I'm not afraid of like passing away. I'm afraid of struggle. Like torment and like all that agony like that's the only thing I really don't want. Did I get the alpha gal tick? What's the alpha gal tick? You mean verified? You could get verified once you hit 100,000. I don't even think I applied for mine till I got to 130, but I got it. Yeah, I appreciate the mods. Thank you guys for helping with the chat. Thank you so much. Let's do 200 likes for this stream, you guys. I'd appreciate it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. I appreciate it. Thank you. What made me get into makeup? Um, I've always liked theater and arts and makeup and stuff like that. So I used to do theater when I was in junior high. And I started doing some of the makeup for the people behind um so like when my makeup was finished, I would do as many as I could. And then I just liked it. I just always liked it and I still like it, but I did not expect this channel to be a more makeup channel. I didn't think it was gonna be makeup at all. I thought maybe I would do some of my own makeup, like a get ready with me, but I didn't think I would be doing all these kind of looks, all these different cosplays. Or did I say that right? Cosplays. The face paintings, costumes, all that kind of stuff. I did not expect it to be like the mainstream, but it turned into that. So just kind of whatever comes naturally. I thought I'd be doing more skincare and like age graceful with me type stuff. But I can throw that in there. I do still do my skincare and stuff like that. So just a little bit of everything. Um, Sometimes the ideas just come to us. Like it really depends. Like I was driving home from California when I had the idea to do time travel Tuesdays and do looks from the 1920s to the 2020s. And we're at the 80s right now, so let me show you the 80s dress. Here's what it looks like. I think it's giving 80s. What do you think? And then after we did the started travel Tuesday, we were coming out of Halloween, and because of Halloween we did 13 looks and everybody was loving these looks. And so it just kind of evolved into like, how can we keep doing face painting even though it's not Halloween anymore? So we made it Face Art Friday and Makeup Madness Monday. And it was working for a long time until I injured my leg. And now we're just like refinding our footing and our rhythm while adding new channels. So it's not that it's not going to happen, it's just a matter of just one foot in front of the other and doing it. Al Capone. Is that what he wore? Thank you, Milo. Thank you. I appreciate it. How long does what take? What do you mean, freight? I knew what you meant. I was teasing. To do a look like that, I would think that the 80s look one is gonna take less time. A big shout out to Peter. Thank you, Peter. Woo, 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 woo. When I do my makeup by myself, my makeup usually takes me about 20 minutes. If I'm doing a look while I'm on stream, then I'm stopping, I'm reading, I'm engaging, I'm, telling people why I'm using this, and it just takes longer. It could take hours. But for hair, makeup, and the outfit, I'm pretty sure I could do the 80s one in less than an hour. I will get it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. Yeah, I have to stop. Like if I'm, doing this and people are writing me a question like 20 times, like, Brooke, you're not paying attention to me. Brooke, 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 Brooke. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to go because she's not even paying attention to me. So what I try to do is like, I'll do a little and then I'm like, a little, and then I'm like, because I don't want people leaving and feeling not seen and not heard. And I also don't want to just have to do the makeup off camera because then I don't feel like you guys are a part of the process and watching it come together. So I am going to try to, find that happy medium where I can, sorry, I got distracted by a message. That way I can, that really threw me off. Give me a second. I just have to recollect myself. I have to learn how to turn those notifications off as well too, but what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's definitely I'll have to find that right rhythm, to where I do like 5 seconds of makeup, 10 seconds of talking to them, 5 seconds of makeup, 10 of talking to them. But as you can see, that would triple the length of how long it takes. I do want to be single. I want to be healthy. If I can get healthy, I can consider a relationship and what that might look like for me. But not anytime soon. Honestly, I think I would not do I would not consider a relationship until I'm done with the blue page. I don't think it would be fair to ask a man to be okay with that, unless it was behind me, you know? Like, I used to do this, I'm not doing it anymore. It was never full spicy. It was just, and we'll see from there. But I don't want to be in a relationship while I'm doing something like that and ask someone to be okay with it. It's just not the right timing, and I'm doing it to get healthy. So, if I can get my health over these next 5 years and then put it behind me and move on, then I can consider dating and I won't have this job and I won't have and I'll be in a better health spot to go on dates. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. I do have to make my money, and to me it's not about the money, it's about what the money can do for me. Um in order to get the plasma injected into my tailbone, it's going to be 6 grand, and then it could take me a year to heal. So, I have to pay my bills for a year and hope that it works, you know? And then I have other procedures that I need. So that's the most important thing is my health and overall happiness, quality of life. I've learned to be healthy, I mean, happy around my health issues, but I don't want to have to just keep learning to be okay with everything. I would rather learn a new way to get a little better and have a little more quality life. Like, it's great to be happy with that, whatever your situation is today, if there's nothing you can do about it. But if there's something you can do about it, then you still be happy with where your life is at now, but work on changing it for the future. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, like let's say I was 150. I'm not 150, but let's say I was 150 pounds. I still have to love my body today until I got to 140, or 130. But does it mean I necessarily love my weight at 150? No, but I still want to love my body until I get it the weight that I want, right? So, and the same kind of thing with your health. Do I love that I'm in pain? No. Um, but I love my life around it. I love my life around the pain. And now I'm going to try to limit some of that pain and get my mobility back. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm talking about it like it's going to happen because it's going to happen. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. I explain myself when and if I want to, and I'm not necessarily explaining myself to the trolls. I'm explaining to myself to the people who care. Um, so if I feel like saying something, I say it. If I don't, I don't. Sometimes I've heard people say, wow, that makes a lot of sense. I'm sorry I was rude to you. Do they all do that? No, but some people come back better because I did explain myself. Not always, not always, but sometimes. And thankfully I can make my own choices because I'm an adult. Thank you. Coat escort, coat escort one. Oh, how do I pronounce that? I'm not sure, Pinky. I'm not sure, Pink Pixie. What's your point, Saint? If that's your point, you've made it. Do I? No, I don't feel hurt about the trolls for me. If anything, I feel hurt for them. Because just think about what they have to be missing if they're trying to get happiness from other people because they don't have their own. They're trying to rob people of joy because they can't find it in their own life. And then they might get like a couple seconds of happiness if they see they've made someone else miserable like them. But then now they need another victim because that's going to wear off because it's not true happiness and it doesn't belong to them. So it's got to be a miserable life. So I feel bad for them, not for me. Why even care? I care because they're human beings and we're all connected. We're more connected than people realize. And I would rather try to be somebody who's loving and kind, even when people aren't loving and kind to me, because maybe that's what that person needed to see today. Maybe they needed someone to go, well, I love you anyways. I know you're being rude to me, but I love you anyways. You know what I mean? I want to be what I need in the world. Like if I need people who are kind, instead of looking for someone who's going to be kind, I should be that kind person. And then one kind person creates more kind people. You know, it can spread the same way negativity can spread, positivity can spread too. Whoever I interact with might eventually one day interact with my kids or some of you guys. And maybe because I was kind, maybe you'll find my kids in a better mood than you would have if I was a dick. You know what I mean? It matters. It actually matters how we treat people. It's definitely a ripple effect and it does come back. Thank you, Ted. Shout out to Ted. Their behavior, I would say, is negative, but I've done negative things in my life and I was allowed the freedom to learn and grow and make my own mistakes and become who I want to become. And they have that right too, you know? And they'll learn when people don't want to be around them for being rude. Hopefully, they learn by seeing some nice people out there that like it's okay to trust people and to be kind. I know it's easier to be rude and to laugh at people, but you know, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes. And so I'm not going to judge them off of their how they're talking to me today because they might actually be great people who are just hurt right now. They might. I don't know. But I choose to believe that. Thank you, Freight. Shout out to Fishing with Sam. I am from Las Vegas, Nevada, originally from California. I still believe I'm a California girl. You can't take the California out of the girl. That's for sure. Washington, D.C., nice. I am a content creator. I have 3 adult children. Why do I let people get to me? I don't always let them get to me. I do what I want to do. So if I feel like talking to somebody and sharing another side of me, then I do. If I feel like ignoring them, I ignore them. That's it. There's no, I don't have a list of things. I mean, I tried doing that. I tried creating a list of things I would ignore and things I would respond to, but it's really in the moment. And whether I have the energy to do it or the desire to do it or I want to just ignore it. I do. I have 3 adult kids and I have a grandson. Yeah, it's a lot more than just being on camera. Thank you, Freight. I'm happy to hear that, Wasted. No, I'm not gonna do it 360, but thank you. Thank you, Freight. I'm for sure 48. 48. One of these days I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna be 49. I have a year and some months until I'm in my 50s. I don't think it's appropriate for me to be talking about whether I like to snuggle or not. Thank you, Ted. Big shout out to Ted. Thank you, Wasted Lemonade. Big shout out to you. 5 more, 5 more, 5 more, 5 more. Woo, 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 woo. 5 more likes, 5 more likes, 5 more likes, 5 more likes. 5 more likes, 4 more likes, you guys. 4 more. Mine says 196. I know that for most people it says 197, but for me I see 196. So we need 4 more, 3 more. 3 more people to double tap that screen. It is free. It is the easiest, most affordable way that you can help this channel is just a double tap. Also, of course, watching, um, coming back and watching again, leaving your comments, the reactions, all that stuff helps so much, but especially the likes. So thank you guys for helping me to get 205. Woo, 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 woo. 205, 205, 205. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you guys. No, I did not go to Coachella. First of all, I'm not into that kind of stuff. I do like live music, but I don't like crowds. I don't like overspending just to be cool, like a $50 slice of pizza or something. I'm not into that. That's not for me. Um, yeah. I see the situations of where people are sleeping and how they're showering and all that, and the price they have to pay for food and the lines. And I know it's part of the overall experience. It's just not for me. I wouldn't mind going to I went to this live reggae thing that was 3 days long, but it was in the town I lived in, so I could go home and sleep and shower and then come back the next night well rested and clean. And yeah, so we did that. We went to 2 out of 3 days of the Reggae Fest. Thank you, Lindley. Big shout out to Lindley. I like fajitas the mostest. But I do like um I like pizza, but it's not my favorite anymore. It used to be. Used to be for sure, but I like fajitas. Fajitas still have that like savory. It's like it hits the spot without being too unhealthy. I like it. I also love a good steak, potato, and broccoli. I love that. It's one of my favorite meals. I don't care if it's broccoli, it could be asparagus. I do prefer the broccoli, but I also like asparagus too. So, favorite vegetable? Uh, I like asparagus. I really like it. Asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower. Those are some good ones. Bok choy. I made some bok choy before. Are my fajita tacos bland? Why would they be bland? How's somebody's favorite food gonna be fajitas, but then they're gonna be bland? No, they're gonna be good and delicious and yummy. The live is just about us connecting. It's just a live stream for us to connect and talk and for me to answer any questions that you guys have within reason. To explain the new things that are going on in the channels and the Instagrams and the TikToks and the socials so that people tune in. For the people who don't know that we have a new channel, now they know. For the people who don't know that I signed up for the blue page, now you know. I've also explained what's going to be going on the new channel versus this channel, whether it was going to be part-time, full-time, this, that. I've just been explaining everything that kind of led up to my injuries, the channel pretty much collapsing, and now rebuilding the channel with more channels. No, not Twitch, the blue page. It starts with an O. Milo just put it in the chat. Thank you, Milo. Favorite color, emerald green. I love emerald green. My hardest makeup tryout. Oh my gosh. Oh, and thank you, someone. I appreciate you. Shout out to someone. My most difficult makeup look, I thought it was the snake one I did. Because my eyes kept watering and watering and watering and watering. But you know what? Another one that was really difficult was that China pattern. That China pattern look took 3 hours. That took a long time. I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Prashant Prashantku? It took a long time for that one. And I didn't really love the liquid liner. The blue wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be. But the look still came out great. Like, to be able to look back at all these looks and, like, be like, "We did that together. We did that. We did that. We created this. We did that one. Oh, they liked this one. Oh, this wasn't a favorite, but I loved it." Like, to have a collection of hundreds of looks that we've done, it makes me feel really good. Happy Mother's Day to me. Thank you. Thank you, Kenneth, and thank you, to all the moms who are watching. Anybody who wants to be a mom but hasn't become a mom or lost one of their angels, I apologize for that. But sending you happy Mother's Day to everybody. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Chipotle. Your name makes me hungry. I like Chipotle. Like, if I had to choose fast food places, which I know Chipotle's not really like the fastest food place, but it's giving fajitas like fast food because I can get a bowl or I can get it like, deconstructed and make it kind of the way it's kind of like fajitas. Um, and then I like El Pollo Loco. Yeah, I love good chicken. I love good chicken. I'm sorry to hear that, Ted. I'm sorry. Thank you, Frey. Shout out to you. Hi, Mars. Chicken's so yummy. Someone told me If you keep eating that much chicken, you're gonna turn into a chicken. I might have. Yeah, I guess so. Because that's what I would eat every night. She's like, "You're eating chicken again. You're eating chicken again. You're eating a chicken again." I don't want to say what she must have been eating because I didn't see that on the menu. Well, aren't you clever, Chris? I'm sorry to hear that. Codesker? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm out of order? For what? I'm just being a goofball. Let's try to keep things as positive as we can, you guys. For anybody who lost anybody, I do apologize for your loss, but let's try to keep the chat as positive as we can. That's why I gloss over things when people ask, like, if I have a pet or, it's not because I don't care about my dog who died, but I just try to keep, like, touch on it and then move on, so that we can be there for each other. But I don't want, as soon as I show one person, and I don't want this to sound bad, if I like go into the sympathy for that person, then somebody else goes, well, I lost mine too. Well, I lost mine too. I lost mine too, and I lost my uncle, and I lost my this and my this, and then it turns into like a whole chat of um just as like obviously people trying to connect on their pain, but like I don't want it to become like the habit. You know what I mean? I just obviously I want to be there for somebody if they just went through something like that. But if I don't want people, me too, me too, me too, me too, me too, me too, me too. Um, I want us to be able to have fun and connect. And if you want a hug, I'll give you a hug. My hair, shaving it. Thank you, Lord's Champion. Thank you, Buzzed. I appreciate that. Okay, let's move on. I apologies for your loss, but let's please move on. Um, that's a tragic way to go. I lost my loved one in a car accident, so I understand, but let's please move back onto a more uplifted, happy chat. Yeah, I don't mind connecting with people on a personal level. I'm totally fine with that. That's what I'm here for. But I do have to try to keep things running as smoothly as possibly, like as smoothly as I can help them be. There's going to be moments that are a little rocky, a little iffy. Sometimes I have to explain things. Sometimes I ask people not to do this or that, but it's really to keep the overall vibe of us being a community, yes, but trying to keep it neutral to positive. Hi, Zachary. I am single, yes. Thank you, Principe. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that. Yes, one of our mods does have her own channel, or I should say her dog has his own channel. And Milo's Life 2024 is that channel that I'm speaking about. And Cody put the information in the chat. So thank you, Cody. If you guys would like to see some animal content, an adorable dog, that is the channel that I'm suggesting, Milo's Life 2024. And look for the comments that I have left under any of the videos and leave me a comment under my comment. Just like hit reply, and then that way I know that you showed up and you supported one of the mods. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you, Milo. I'm not chunky, I'm curvy. There's a big difference. My curves are chunky. Well, that doesn't help either, Freight. We could have just ignored him. Like, I tried to move it on. Um, Obviously, if somebody's father just passed yesterday, he's going to be having a difficult time. I just didn't want it to turn into everybody having a difficult time. I still wanted to support him without it turning into it. What happens is it turns into a competition. Um, where someone will be like, well, I lost my dad when I was 4. Well, I lost my dad when I was 12. Well, I lost my dad. Well, and I mean, I lost my dad too, but, I'm trying to just get us back onto a positive track. It's not because we don't care. Thank you, death metal music. Thank you. I am definitely not young. I am 48. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. Who are you talking to, the Chindian? Can we all just get along in the chat, please? If you don't like what somebody is writing, please ignore them, but please don't talk crap about the people in the chat because it just adds to the negativity. It's not a solution. It does not help my stream. It doesn't help me stay more positive. It just adds to the negativity, and I would really just rather you guys come in and say hi to me than add to the negativity. Please don't. Thank you, Principi. Thank you, Den. I appreciate that. Happy early birthday to you. Just please, when you come back, don't put your age. You can say it's your birthday, but just don't put your age, please. The eye makeup with the pencil thing. This one is it's like a paintbrush. It's like this. That one's a little more difficult than pencil, but it can get you a sharper line. But yes, it is, I guess it depends on the product, how long you've been using it, how long you've been practicing, because some people might find it easier to use the liquid liner than the pencils, and vice versa. Thank you. Thank you, Robbie. The reason we ask people to not put their age is because there are some kids on here. And when you put your age, the kids put their age. And when the kids put their age, then there's people that try to talk to the kids just because they're kids. If you know what I mean. And they're not talking to them in a way that is legal or acceptable. So I ask that nobody put their age because when you say you're 25 or 35, that might be true. But then the other person goes, well, I'm 16. Well, I'm 12. Well, I'm 11. And then there's someone in the chat going. And so, for the sake of the kids, we ask that nobody put their age. The only person who puts her age is me because you guys can clearly see me that I'm over 18. But we can't clearly see that people are over 18 on here. So even if they might be, like they could be talking to a kid on here saying, "Hey, I'm 16 too." but they're not. They're 61. You know what I mean? So I can't protect everyone. I can't, but all I can do is my part, and my part is to ask people don't put their age. Thank you, Jonathan. Hi, Rocky. Or Rock Crystal. Tamir. Thank you, Buzz Turtle Man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it gets me some hate from people that don't understand. But I've seen it happen. I've seen a little girl, you know, talking to some guy, and I said, please don't give him your information. Please don't give him your snap. He's an adult. She's like, no, he says he's this age, you know. And then she comes back and she goes, Brooke, that guy won't leave me alone. He asked to see pics of me in the bathtub. Knowing she was underage. So yeah, it's just easiest just to ask people not to put their ages, because I don't want to have to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't want that happening. Not on my watch. Hi, Angie. I just do my best, you guys, but I also, for the most part, I try not to even mention that, because then people will put it just to spite me. Even though I'm saying, come on, you guys, that puts the kids in danger, they'll still do it. So normally I just let the mods remove the comment, but I knew he was going to come back and say it's my birthday and I'm this old, so I was trying to prevent that from happening the next time. Yeah, somebody has to, you know, like, they're gonna be on here. And if they're gonna keep putting, if the kids are gonna keep putting their age, I'll just have to remove them. But I do allow them to be here if they can just behave in a way that doesn't put them in danger. Thank you, Howie. If you're interested in seeing more, the link is right below you. Thank you, Milo. Great timing. Yes, I do have a spicy, mild spicy to medium spicy page. In fact, I'm going to be getting off of here really soon, and I'm going to make some short videos. Then I'm going to make some videos for the blue page and take some pictures, because it's getting late. I got a late start today because I was not feeling well, but we got it done. Hi, the crazy DJ. And I am going to come back and take everything off on Brook After Dark, and I will most likely be doing a microneedle. Microneedle, I have a roller one and I have an electronic one. They're both really, really good for skin tightening, like giving you more collagen and stuff like that, because it makes little injuries and then your face has to heal those injuries. So it's producing more collagen to like repair those little tiny micro injuries. I'm excited too. Yeah, we have a lot of spices. Like, in fact, my daughter's friend came over and she's like, do you have any spices? And then my daughter opened the door and she's like, whoa, like, and you would think it'd be the other way around if we were going off of stereotype, but she's like, all we have is like salt, pepper, onions, and garlics, and not us. We've got a whole cupboard full of spices. Yeah, we like our spices. What sounds scary? Ooh, which one? And we made it to 226, 226, 226, 226, 226. Thank you, Russell. Shout out to Russell. Hi, Roy. Okay, let's see where we're at with our subscriber count. I'm just curious. I forgot where we were, where we started. All right. Well, wherever we were, we're back where we are. We have the same number we had yesterday. That's okay. It's okay. We're not losing that 136 at this point. I really want to get to 137 500 so that I could do another cosplay for you guys. Thank you, JK. Thank you. Barbed wire. Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you, barbed wire. I was just thinking about barbed wire's makeup. Obviously Pamela Lee, but Beth Sanchez. Who's Beth Sanchez? I need to look that up. Thank you, John. I appreciate you, John. And thank you, Eli. I appreciate you, Eli. Big shout out to John. Thank you. You like the middle line? It's all crooked. I went into the hair salon yesterday to see if they had my hair color because I do my own hair and sometimes they don't always have that color. And since I was driving past it, I decided to go look. And she said, "Your smudge root is so nice." I was like, "Thank you. I did it myself." And I liked her hair too. Her hair was so beautiful, like bright, bright orange. Like just, it looked really good on her. Not everybody can pull off colors like that, but it looked so good on her. And I did get more of that brown. So I'm going to lighten up a little more around the face. And then yeah, yeah. I only needed a tiny, tiny bit of that brown. I'll save the rest for the next time I have to do my roots. Lashes, eyes, pale lips, and cans. Sounds like a Katy Perry song. California girls, she's got cans. Right? I think that's what like every song is about, more or less. Thank you, Milo. I do too. I really like it. Like when I first started wearing the red, it felt like not me. It didn't feel good, but there's sometimes I wear the red now that I do like it. But I think I'm more like darker, darker. I like the darker, darker, not just red, but like a deeper because my skin is so fair that I think it works for me. And I didn't even use like a skin lightener. I just used the one that matches my skin the best. I had been using lightener until I bought that one. I was like putting this, mixing it with the darker one, the Wet and Wild. But now I think, I mean, it's pretty close. They're different for sure, but they're pretty close. This one is what I'm using today. I like it. I like the number 7. I like that it is for mature women. Um, you don't have to be mature to use number 7. Like your skin doesn't have to be aging, but our skin is all aging. So, I mean, why wait till you're like, it's going to help your skin stay better longer if you start using that kind of stuff now. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you. Thank you, Edward. They are big. And I have a channel if you would like to see more of them. Link is in the bio, or you can use my name from this channel over there. You can use my from this channel over there. That's the 3 ways you can find me over there. My link, which is either right here that Milo just put, or it's in the bio of this channel. Also, using my names, the @BabblingBrookie or BabblingBrookie. That's how you can find me. And I am going to go ahead and head out. I'm going to make some short videos. I'm going to make some videos for the blue page. So I hope to see you there. I'll make some more affordable ones and I'll make some more fun ones. Okay. I do try to make the affordable ones fun as well, but they're affordable for a reason. Like I want more people to be able to buy a video. I don't want to make them too astronomical, but I do have a menu. I have like a menu of different kinds. So I can also bundle so that which makes every video lower per video, and then put more of the affordable ones in there and slip in a better one that would make it less for you. Okay, anyways, enough about that blue page. Please go ahead and thank you, Edward. I appreciate that. And for those who are looking for more channels to watch, please go give Milo's Life 2024 a chance. Her dog is adorable. And I love coming across Milo's new videos on my For You page or getting the notification. The notification is definitely working, so make sure you turn yours on so you don't miss any videos, any short videos, any live streams. Milo is typically going to be live streaming on the weekends, so keep your eyes open for that, but definitely turn on that notification and look for my comments. Leave me a comment under my comment. That way I know you came from this channel to support somebody who supports me every day. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you. I love you guys. And I know it would mean a lot to Milo too, because Milo is her baby. And then this is like her baby's channel. So it's her baby's baby. You know what I'm trying to say. It's her little baby, but it's her baby's channel. So there you go. All right. Love you guys. Love my mods. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate you. And I will see you on the other channel in a little bit. Give me at least an hour. I want to say hour and a half. And then I'll be on to take all this off, do some skin stuff, see if I could get that light working. And then I'm going to talk to my daughter about possibly putting together that frame because I have about 10 backdrops now and I just need to get them up and start using them. I have some that look like I live in a vampire's castle. I have some that are just gray, some that are just burgundy, some that are black, some that are white. So I went off when I bought a bunch of backdrops, but now I need to hook up the little frame. I have a spot right here, and then that is going to up the level of the short videos, the transformations, things like that. So I will see you guys in about 90 minutes. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you.